Hey Pisces, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to be doing a very chilled, very relaxed general reading for Pisces. We might, dive a little deeper into certain subjects along the duration of the reading, but in general, it's general, okay? How are you, Pisces? How are you doing? How's everything going for you? I hope all is well. New rules for the channel: if something resonates with you, anything at all, immediately like. If more than 3 things resonate with you, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, you can comment. If nothing at all resonates with you, you don't have to say anything, do anything. You have my permission to leave. If you want to, you can stay. Alrighty, Pisces. So take what resonates with you as always. Leave the rest behind. Allow this to be guidance that you can use to make the decisions in your life. But ultimately, you're the one making those decisions in alignment with your heart, your soul, your mind. Don't give us readers, especially here on YouTube, like general readings, don't give us any real power to make choices for you, Pisces, because you're the only one that really knows your life, okay? All right. Universe, angels, beings of love and light, please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces. What is it that Pisces needs to hear right now? What is it that Pisces needs to know right now? Please bring in the most powerful confirmations, accurate predictions, and the best advice for Pisces. So we're going to start with a 20 card Celtic cross. I don't remember the name of this deck. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I know that I got it on Amazon. So if you maybe type like Rider-Waite colorful or something, it should show up. Alright, so I see that some of you here, you could be dealing with information been hidden from you. Some of you, it's like you're discovering something, some kind of truth is coming to light. And it may be something that sort of accidentally spills from someone. It's like accidentally spilled the tea, and when you were drinking or having a good time on some kind of social event or something, someone says something that really exposes them. It may not be in your presence, Pisces, but I feel like it's gonna reach you. It's gonna get to you. One way or another, it's like the gossip will arrive. And it's gonna bring you clarity on why something didn't happen the way you thought it would. Something about the past, okay? There's justice being made here for you, Pisces. That's what I see. It has something possibly to do with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be the case. But someone is going to say something very revealing. You may have experienced some kind of rejection, abandonment, some kind of disillusion. And you may still be a little bit in the dark of like why that happened. Something was going so well and all of a sudden it wasn't. Or like there is something that you, like math ain't mathing for you when you look back. And this is definitely going to be solved or clarified in the near future, leading you to understand a role that a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is going to be playing in your life. Or something that a Sagittarius may have done as well. Some of you are currently in a state of mental fog, maybe darkness, feeling a little bit clouded, not knowing exactly why you're feeling how you're feeling, because we have the moon here. And the moon illuminates partially, right? Even the brightest moon illuminates in the night partially. It's not the same as the sun. It gives you light. So I feel like some of you kind of have an awareness of what your subconscious is doing, thinking, sabotaging, how it's acting, right? How it's guiding you. But I don't feel like you have the full picture. Someone here may have done something sketchy, and they may be celebrating it. It may have something to do with a romantic triangle or something like that. A love triangle. But you're gonna hear about it. A truth that you want, that you crave, that you have been asking the divine for. It's like someone is trying very hard to keep it hidden. But it's like the divine is going to sort of push that information out of them. Most likely when they're like celebrating, socializing, or drinking. It's like they lower their guard and they say something and it's like, oh, wait, what? Like, you were the one that did this. You were the one that blocked that. You know, it's like, it's going to be a shock. And they may try to deny it afterwards. Some of you have a lot of options and don't really know how to move forward because you have a lot of freedom, because you have a lot of choices. It's like you could go this way or that way, you could go this way or that way. And it just adds to the confusion for some of you. Some of you are really making important judgment calls at this time. You may be thinking, I just heard a revenge. Very strongly, like all caps. Revenge, you know. Some of you may be plotting some kind of revenge or feeling tempted to. But I feel like the revenge is almost like something that you know life will take care of on its own. Like karma will take care of this person, I feel. I feel like right now, you're going to be doing your own thing. You're going to be focusing on your own passions, the things that inspire you, channeling that inner fire of yours in ways that are helpful for you. But I feel like simultaneously, the divine is going to be kind of bringing in judgment, giving consequences to those who have wronged you that you're aware of, and those who have wronged you that you're not aware of. You're very intuitive, Pisces, but there's people around you you're not aware that they have wronged you, okay? And that always sucks, doesn't it? But Spirit here is almost like balancing things out. You have been very patient. You have focused on yourself. You have focused recently on keeping your center, your balance, your habits, your routines. You're putting a lot of effort here into seeing things from a compassionate point of view. And you have been, Pisces, recently experiencing emotional fulfillment. Some of you are happier. The last couple of months, you've been happier. You're doing better. Something is moving faster, or something is moving, maybe not faster, but better somehow. I see that some of you were really patient as you came out of a moment of crises, and it may have taken a long time. But I see that you are aligned with that happily ever after energy. There's a last purge here that Spirit wants to do, and I think that there's going to be someone shady here that needs to exit your life. And that's going to be this whole like eclipse season drama kind of thing. For some of you, not for all of you. So remember to take what resonates with you and leave the rest, Pisces. This is very specific. Not all of you are going to fall into this context. But if any phrase that I've said has resonated with you, feel free to like. you could be leaving behind an Aries. Or you may be leaving behind people who are scattered, cloudy, murky energy, not necessarily bad, not necessarily evil in any way, but you're going to be leaving behind people who don't know themselves. You're going to be leaving behind people who don't want to know themselves. And you're moving into a space that's more clear. Water is clearer in the future. I see that you're stepping into a level of authority that you've never had before. So it's very interesting what came to my mind. When you're growing up, let's say, and you have a dream, let's say that you want to be a public speaker. It all feels so nerve-wracking, it all feels so exciting, and like almost this unattainable life that you want to make happen, right? As you grow older and you have opportunities to do public speaking here and there and there and there, all of a sudden it becomes more normal, and what gave you anxiety before doesn't anymore. What felt so larger than life doesn't feel that way anymore, and it becomes easier. And public speaking is just the random example I chose. But I feel like that is happening for you. You're stepping into a space in which, maybe in the past, sharing with people through video, or having like clients, or talking to people from other countries or cultures or age groups felt intimidating. Now you feel like it doesn't feel intimidating anymore. You've gotten used to a lot of things, and you have outgrown, Pisces, a lot of fears without you really trying to. You're entering this phase in which you are the emperor. For some of you, you're going to be kind of like the manager or the boss in a company. Could be yours or someone else's. The emperor here is someone who has already gone through all the king roles, if that makes sense. It's like after all of the kings here in the tarot, we have the emperor. He has the experiences, he has the wisdom, he has, the king of cups, wands, pentacles, and swords, like, covered. You know what I mean? Like, all of these roles, he's got them covered. The emperor creates his own world, his own empire, and that empire works as he wants it to work. It functions in the way that he wants. The rules, the laws, the yes, the no's are stuff that he gets to decide. So I feel like you're entering a space in which you're going to be more involved in the co-creative process of your life. And you already do, Pisces. There's a lot of aspects of your life that you may take for granted because you are so used to them. But maybe, if you talk to other people who are very different lifestyles, they may be like, oh, wow, like, you get to work from home? Seriously? That's unheard of for them. Or, like, impossible for them. Their dream. You know what I mean? Maybe this... I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of running out of examples. But what I'm trying to say in essence is that you are already the emperor. But now you're going to be getting more power to be the emperor of your life in ways that are louder, larger, Some of you are receiving a lot of money, like all at once. It could be like a big payout. It could be a lottery win. It could be some kind of legal win. It could be an inheritance. Some of you are going to be receiving a big, big, big chunk of money. And that's going to elevate you into this emperor position for the rest of your life here. It's like, it's just not going to be the same ever again, because now you have these resources. Now you have an additional layer of power that you didn't have before. And you're going to be very wise in how you use it, Pisces. It may have something to do with a Libra around you, because we do have the Three of Pentacles and we have the Empress in your environment. So around you, there is luxury, there is comfort, there is teamwork, there are partnerships that are available for you, there's support that is available for you. And there's overall energy of creativity that's wild, Pisces. So tap into it. Allow it to come in. If you feel inspired about certain things, artistic things even, follow that. Because I feel like with this creativity of the Empress here, there's a lot here that you can enjoy. For some of you, there's around you someone that can help you manifest a pregnancy. So if you have been trying to conceive and it has been hard, it hasn't happened yet, evaluate light workers around you, evaluate professionals around you in the fields that have to do with this. Not with light working, but with, gynecology or whatever. And they're telling you here, utilize the partnerships and resources that are available to you. You're not as limited by finances as you think you are. There are ways in which you can make things work with what you have. It's what I just heard so loudly. So maybe some of you have gotten used to this kind of like zone in which you're like, well, right now I'm not in a time in which I can spend on this or that or this or that. And it comes to a point in which you're just like, I'm not going to spend on anything. But Spirit is telling you, be conscious about it, because there's certain things that you can invest into that are very wise uses of your money that can make a difference overall, that can make the journey easier, faster, like investments, So don't say no to everything automatically. Don't say yes to everything automatically. Be very discerning on what really can propel you forward, especially around expenses and investments. Ooh, someone here is gonna be pissed. Okay, Pisces, so I see that some of you, this kind of goes along the lines of the beginning of the reading. Some of you may have received this information, right? Someone cheated, lied, stealed something. The level of anger that I'm feeling from these cards for a very small group of you, if only one, two people maybe. Oh, it's like some of you are going to be angered to the point of alchemy. It's like you're going to internally alchemize yourself through anger and change forever into a badass bee, But it really does come from some kind of anger. So if you go through something that makes you incredibly angry in the near future, know that through that anger, the sun is coming into your life. It becomes almost like this, like a chemical process within you. That fire transforms you and your life and how you see yourself. It transforms everything, Pisces. For some of you, this is kind of like what is it, villain era? Yeah, something like that. In the near future, I see here the Death card and the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy. Very deep emotional process, transformation, letting a part of you or a part of your life basically die. So a better and different kind of life where a different part of you is born. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be born through anger. This is going to be like a volcanic thing inside of you. It's like all of you that cannot withstand that level of energy is going to like fade. Certain traditions in shamanism, ancient mostly, they recognize shamans, real shamans, as those who can withstand being hit by lightning. I know it sounds very dramatic, but it's like if someone is hit by lightning first, that is almost like for them a sign that they have been chosen by the divine, which is very clearly, right? Who the hell gets struck by lightning? Very few. And if they survive it and they withstand that level of energy, which you can imagine is, a lot, then they're said to be able to truly manage energies. You know what I mean? Like, very drastic, very intense. But this is kind of what I'm feeling for you. Not literally, I'm not saying you're going to be struck by lightning, Pisces. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't go around saying that I said that. But I do feel like something is going to happen that is going to like, I don't know, man, just like explode inside of you. And that fire is going to be so intense that every bit of you that was old, that was not updated, that was not up to, you know, the task, up to the adventure, up to the new level of energy is just going to wither away. I'm seeing also a reference to these things in the hospital when you're having like a heart attack or something, and they do like the you know, whatever that is. I'm getting a reference to that. So some of you are going to feel like you're jolted into life again. It's going to be like very sudden, very intense, very electrical, like very charged. It could definitely have something to do with the eclipse, absolutely. You may experience a lot of like lightning storms, static in your area. I sense this like very strong like energy field, like electromagnetic like field. I don't know, that's what I'm sensing here. For those of you who are experiencing, or, you know, if you find yourself experiencing that in the near future, that level of, like, all-consuming rage, I'm getting kind of the advice for you to go into, like, martial arts. Even if it's not something that you're going to do, you know, from this point on. It's like fighting, warrior energy, martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, whatever it is. It's like you really need to get that energy out, Pisces. Because it's... Imagine what you know to be way too much energy times 10. I don't know what this is about. Be careful around electricals, Pisces. Be careful around, like, you know, electricals and water. Making sure that you're not leaving the blower very close to the hot tub, the bathtub, you know, things like that, because this is like electric. And I'm getting a little bit concerned of what I'm feeling because I don't want you guys to get electrified. Straight up. Electrocuted. So be extra careful with devices, electricity, fire, batteries. Alright, Spirit. Let us know what else Pisces needs to know, needs to hear at this time. Please bring in the most relevant and important messages for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Cross Watchers. Please bring in the most powerful confirmations, the best advice, and the most accurate predictions for Pisces. I just heard, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Oh wow, okay. Here comes the sun. There you go. Pisces, as far as the product of the week goes, personalized readings at $55. You can make your booking in the description box below. You get to ask one question, and we dive deep into that particular question you may have. You can book more than one. If you have more than one question, that's perfectly fine. Alrighty. Here comes the sun. Okay, good. So I see Pisces not, you know, in the first spread that we did, we saw this Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, sketchy energy. We saw it in the present, but now it's moving into the past. So this is something that is passing. This is something that will not continue to be present in your near future. Some of you are receiving a bit of information that is going to be brutal, but that's the only thing that would make you open your eyes, Pisces. And I know that sounds super harsh. That message is not for almost any of you, to be honest, but some of you are seriously struggling to leave something toxic behind, and Spirit is going to help you, but it's going to be a little brutal, okay? Something needs to happen for some of you that is a point of no return, and that is so loud, that is so inconceivable, that you're like, okay, point of no return. There's no way I can forgive this person, or there's no way this can keep going in my life. It's like, you may be very tolerant, Pisces. You may be very patient. You may not know how to go about change. So some of you have really been tolerating more than you need to. And Spirit is going to do something here, a tower moment here, that is going to be so loud. You cannot ignore it. It's like you're not going to be able to stay. You're not going to be able to continue because it's going to be ridiculous. And yeah, Pisces, yes, it hurts. Yes, leaving something behind hurts. Leaving something that you've known, even if it's toxic, you know, it's a form of grief. It's a grieving process. But I do see that someone who's only thinking of themselves, someone who sees you as like ammunition, or like not ammunition, someone who sees you as just like another like pawn on their chessboard, instead of like their life partner, the love of their life, or like their best friend, or their best employee, you know, someone who should be seeing you in a better light, someone who only sees others as what they can do for them. This person is leaving your life here. Very narcissistic energy. They are living your life, but they're taking with them all they can. Whatever that means. Could be monetary, could be friends. This person is leaving your life, but they're not making it easy. And as that happens, you're going to realize how self-centered and how empty this person is, and how blinded you were. But this is the best thing that could happen for you, Pisces. You're leaving something behind that is just... it just needs to be in the past. Some of you are going through so much like emotional turmoil, and there may be someone here that comes in and offers you love, compassion, kindness, a shoulder to cry on. You know, someone here may offer you to take you out, to take you to dinner, to go have a drink. And I feel like this person could be romantically interested in you, but first and mostly, they are supportive of you. And this is a new person. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Does not have to be the case. If there is an earth sign here in your life that fits with that description of a toxic person, basically, then, you know, this person is going to be in the past. And there seems to be someone around you. This is consistent with the reading that I recorded yesterday. Someone around you is coming to like rescue you, and it could be like a friend from childhood. It could be like a crush you've always had, you know, from teenage years. It could be an ex that you've always felt is a soulmate. Someone here is coming to the rescue of you. Someone who's kind, someone who's pure, someone who Yes, they may be interested in you romantically, and they may make that very clear, but I feel like it goes far beyond that. This person wants to support you, and they're coming in maybe through the retrograde season, you know, it's someone from your past, and they're going to be helping you move forward. They're going to help you see how bright and shiny and amazing and colorful and successful and intelligent and talented you are. Someone here is going to experience losing you. And Pisces, they're going to regret it forever. They already regret it forever. But in some cases, what I feel is like some of you are dealing with narcissistic personalities that are like, okay, Pisces is not going to give me what I need, so I'm just going to move on to the next person, whatever. You know, like just another tool that I can use. But this is someone that you may really love. But you gotta love yourself more. This is the same reading that came out yesterday, basically. I know that some of you here are very well aware of why Spirit is bringing this kind of ending. And even amidst, you know, like the whole emotional disruption, I know that some of you are like, well, it just had to be this way because otherwise I would have stayed. It may be difficult, but I don't think it's going to be as difficult as you think it is. I don't think you're aware of how liberated you're going to feel once this ends. And I don't think you are predicting or seeing how much more energized you're going to be, how much more of yourself you're going to be, and what and where that could take you. It's like in the presence of this person, you're diminished. In the presence of this person, you're shadowed. So when this leaves, you may think like, oh my God, here comes the grief. Maybe it's a divorce or something along those lines. And you may be like, oh my God, here comes a couple of years of like complete heartache. And by week 2, you're like, oh my God, my life is back. Like I'm myself. I feel amazing, you know? So be open and trusting to where Spirit is guiding you. Try to be objective. Try to, if you feel like you're dealing with a narcissistic personality, do research, study, understand. If you don't know what necessarily a narcissistic personality is, and it resonates, do some research. Covert narcissism is very sneaky. If there's a person who is extremely kind and maybe shy and maybe an underdog, someone who you kind of feel sorry for at times, someone who goes through a lot of difficulty and they make it known, someone who's like always the victim. Research covert narcissism, okay? Because there's some people, there's some narcissistic personalities that through making you feel sorry for them, they manipulate you. And it's very clever and very sneaky and very well done. Especially as Pisces, we want to help. We want to help, so they take that. You know, we want to be generous, so they know what to say, where to poke, so that we feel sorry for them and that we feel like we can help. Okay, so beware of that. They make you feel guilty. They make you second guess what you're doing. You always feel like you're in the wrong. You always feel like you're guilty and not doing enough. But every time that you connect with them, you know, you come out feeling like shit. Covert narcissism. For someone out there, that's very important. Let's see. Let's use a different deck now. Let's see what else we can get. So that is, yeah, that last little bit was definitely for those of you who resonated with yesterday's reading, because that was very, very similar. I haven't used this deck in a while, but I like it a lot. Let's use it. Oh, Pisces, some of you are going through serious transformation. If you feel like your life is on a standstill, trust, because that's the best place it can possibly be at this time from what I'm getting. Because there's certain elements that are rearranging around you, and that you can really benefit from giving them some time to rearrange before moving forward. Alright, so let's do jumping cards. I haven't done that in a while. So let's do jumping cards with this deck. I'm taking the cards that fall on the table upright, by the way. Okay, let's see. Some of you have gotten used to life being so difficult, and you may have been surrounded with people whose life is also so difficult. It may have become like a normal in your mind, a standard. And you're entering a phase in which you're going to be connecting with people whose life is easy. They don't have drama going on. They don't have horrible tragedies or grief. They don't have difficulty, poverty, and issues. You're gonna be like, people actually live this way? Like, no signs of depression, no signs of anxiety. Like, is there real people like living this way? Some of you are gonna be like, wow, okay, is this allowed? Like, can this kind of life happen for me? It almost sounds funny, but it really isn't. You know, Pisces, you're opening yourself up to what you actually deserve, a life that is actually pleasant and beautiful and happy and easy for you. Some of you have had that already. Great. But for someone, the message here is, it is not too good to be true. It can actually be your new normal. But you know how beautiful it is to be able to have that with the mindset, the awareness, the emotional maturity that you've developed through difficulty. It makes it even sweeter. It makes it even better, because it's not like everything was always just peachy, you know? It's like now, after going through difficulty of all sorts, Pisces, some of you, you're coming into a space in which it all flows and you're just so grateful. And that gratitude is so loud that it triggers this law of attraction manifestation cycle in which you're so damn grateful that you manifest more things to be grateful for, and then you're more grateful, and then you manifest more things that you're grateful for, and so on and so forth. It's like the opposite of a brat. You know what I mean? Like, this is someone who knows the value of things, receiving all the things that are valuable. Someone here is, again, I'm hearing, getting rescued by some friends. Someone here is healing, and there could be two friends. If you're like a group of 3 girlfriends, one being a fire sign, and another being a water sign, and then you in the middle, it seems like you're being healed, that you're healing and they're supporting you through this journey. I see that it's like it hasn't been perfect, and it's never going to be quite picture perfect. but it's just beautiful. Your life, who you are, how you operate, how you think, how you feel, it's never just basic. It always has like this edge to it. I'm seeing it because of the styling of this art. It's like it's not perfect, but it's beautiful because it isn't perfect. Otherwise, it would be just another portrait of, you know, like, it's different. We have Kronos here, catching my eye. Atlas, Hecate. Hera. And yeah, I see a water sign and a fire sign. In some cases, it could be an air sign as well. Coming to the rescue here. Running your way to help you with something that has become overwhelming for you, that has become way too much for you, that you don't know how to go about, that you don't know how to solve or fix. I see someone like rushing in to help you emotionally, to help you as far as support goes. But I also see someone here coming in to help you with resources or to make things more balanced so that you can go through a situation more comfortably. Penguins could be relevant for you. Cactuses also, I know, super random. Dream catchers could be relevant for you. The movie 300, or like Sparta and shit like that could be relevant for you. I know it's super, super random. Tattoos of felines as well. All of those are confirmations that, you know, if any of that actually makes sense to you, then you're in the right place. And this advice could very well be for you. Alright, so let's go now into oracles. Let's leave the tarot for a little bit and move into oracles. We're going to start with money and finances, Pisces. Let's see if there's any particular advice around money, finances, career, job opportunities, or anything like that for you. There's a partnership that you can benefit from. Some of you have been trying to do everything on your own, but if you were to have a partner, if you were to have an investor, if you were to have a sponsor that could provide you with some like initial amount of money that then you can, you know, use to develop a business or a project or whatever, that could be better. You may not have ever even thought of, you know, that kind of approach, but they're telling you here that it could be very helpful for some of you. Right now, you are definitely sustaining a very powerful energy of abundance, Pisces. You may be seeing it in the physical right away, presently, or you may be sort of attracting it at this time, but your frequency is one of, you know, the card showing up as you is windful of abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. You have been becoming more and more conscious on how you spend your money, and it's going to pay off. Do the work, focus on your priorities, Pisces. No more complaining. Do what you have to do. Pray, and you're going to find out that God is your source and that there are no limits to what you can receive, to what you can manifest. But you need to do the work. And you need to stop complaining, Pisces. Some of you are complaining a little bit too much about the world's financial situation or about your financial situation. You know, if it's going to put vibrations in the form of negative words out there, try to avoid it. Alright, so now we're going to check love, relationships, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is it that Pisces needs to know right now about love? Alright, so there's a lot of marriage cards here. Some of you could be very soon proposed to, okay? You have met your ideal love. Many of you have already met your true love. You may be in a relationship with this true love, or it may be something that is, you know, that you're hoping to make happen. They're saying flirt. Don't be afraid of the moments in the past in which maybe you've made a move and it hasn't been reciprocated or whatever. Flirt. Be your lighthearted self. Allow yourself to explore the romantic feelings you have, because you deserve love, Pisces. And there is someone around you here that could very well be that true love for you. And this person is going to want to get married right away. We have engagement in the surrounding. We have what the universe wants you to know, wedding. In your mind space, you got honeymoon. So, you know, it seems like many of you are getting a real chance at love. Maybe currently or maybe coming in the near future. It's important for you to have the conversation of religious points of view with this person before any kind of further commitment, though. Be playful, be lighthearted, allow yourself to have fun. And instead of trying to control something, let it unfold naturally. For health and wellness, Spirit is telling you here, try to be gentle with yourself. Try not to be too demanding, too controlling, too hard on yourself. Try your best to, you know, do your best and be okay with that. Whatever that looks like every day. It may look different every single day. Pay attention to the intuitive messages that come in the form of like voices in your mind. Pay attention to it. You don't have to do what it says. You know, sometimes these voices are ours, and other times they are your spirit guides. Normally, spirit guides' voices are silent, gentle. They can be kind of loud, but at the same time, like the energy is very silent, though, and they don't incite in you any kind of fear. But sometimes it's the mind, sometimes it's them. You know, it's hard to tell sometimes, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But pay attention to what you hear. Also, songs, words, sayings, quotes, because Spirit is trying to reach you through what you hear. Spirit is saying that you're safe. Archangel Michael is with you at all times. It's like your bodyguard, from what I'm seeing. Know that the more gentle you allow yourself to be with yourself, the less anxiety you will have, less stress, and therefore a more peaceful mind. With a peaceful mind comes peaceful manifestations being attracted to you, right? In the near future, it's important for you to pay attention to your sensitivities. You may feel like you're very sensitive, more than usual. So, pay attention to that. Observe what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're using as products, and see, the reaction that your body's having to each one of those things. Some of you need a little bit of a clearing of energy. Chakra clearing is showing up here, Archangel Metatron. So ask, pray the divine to clear, balance your chakras, or guide you to someone who can. Don't let money and finances stress you out at this time. I know that it's so much easier to say than to do. Easier said than done. But sometimes we indulge a little bit, I think. It's like we ask a lot of ourselves and we set our own goals and timelines, and when we think about it, it's like, well, it actually doesn't have to happen in the next month. Like, nothing would happen if it doesn't happen in the next month. It's fine. But sometimes we almost lose track of that, and we are very tough on ourselves, especially Pisces. Pisces are very rough on themselves, demanding a lot. So they're saying here, try not to do that with money and finances if you can help it. It can be detrimental more than it can be useful. Now let's get some cards for life purpose and life mission before wrapping up the reading, Pisces. Know that if you would like to book a personalized reading, 1-question reading, you can do so in the description box. You're going to find the link. Also, there's going to be little flags that pop up during the video in which you can click and go directly to the website to make your booking. Okay, so everything's going to be there. All right. Okay. Thank you for those of you who said blessed. Okay, so this we know. This we have talked about endlessly, Pisces. There's so many of you that are meant to be authors. There's so many of you who are already authors. Being an author is a big Pisces thing, apparently, at this time. So, if that is you, then this is just a confirmation to keep going, to keep doing what you're doing. I'm still receiving people from that reading we did ages ago about the authors. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you remember it, but it talked about someone being very, very, very successful as an author. And I thought it would be 1 or 2 people. I told you guys to if you wanted advice about that specifically, to write to me. I wasn't offering the personalized readings at that time. That actually made me start offering them. And I'm still getting messages from people who are aligned with that reading. So can you imagine, in the collective, how many authors, as Pisces we have in the making, or, in the rise, I guess. Another thing here is energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. So that is a confirmation for all of you who are either interested or practicing light work in any shape and form. Also, we got body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. And last but not least, we have your artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. So yeah, there you have it, Pisces. Those are confirmations for those of you who are currently in any kind of related matter. You're in the right track. And as I say that, 5555. All right, my love. So this is what I got for you today. I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. I sure do. I love these longer readings. I love hanging out with you guys in such a relaxed way. Let me know if you like them, or let me know if you like the shorter ones. Comment below and let me know what you think. Sending all my love, Pisces, and as always, please like, subscribe, and share. And if you feel like booking your personalized reading, you can do so by clicking the link in the description box below under personalized readings. It's going to be, I think, the first link. All right, my loves. See you in the next one. Bye.